Good morning. Today I want to thank the church and the gathering to celebrate the month of May, which is for us Asian American and Pacific Islanders. I'm extra blessed. I belong to two AAPI organizations, the other one being the American Academy of Physicians from India. I am more a monk than a minister, so you will have to forgive me if I misspeak. Our Unitarian saint, Emerson, Waldo Ralph Emerson, said, "A sermon can be foolishly spoken and yet wisely heard." So I'm putting the onus on you all. While we want to celebrate and the joy of celebrating the month, we also went through the sadness of this week with so many innocent elementary school children killed. This is indeed the paradox of life today. I would take a bit of time towards the end to talk about that and how my foundation is willing to walk the talk and play its part. We are all familiar with our own church and its history and the attack by the gunman many years ago. Those scars are still fresh for many of us. On the theme of AAPI, it indeed is an honor to be with my UU folks here in celebration. I'm a Hindu and I was born in India, but converting to UU was very easy. I really didn't have to do anything. Hinduism is as universalistic as it gets. In India, it was common. The pluralism and the multiculturalism is a norm and not the exception. In food, culture, languages, ethos, diversity was the glue that held us together. Today, I'm proud to be here. This church embodies similar ideals. Diversity is welcomed, not detested. It's a little ironic the way I became a Unitarian. It was another Unitarian saint some of you may know of personally, Tom Innes. He ran the show with PBC class, Personal Beliefs and Commitments. He's not with us in flesh, but his legacy has lived on with me. That mystic and kind soul has left us, but not in our hearts. Just as there are many incarnations of Hindu gods and goddesses, and some of you have been to the Hindu temple, you've seen them, there are many paths to one's spiritual growth and self-actualization. This church embodies it, and I'm glad to be a part of it. So being or becoming a part of this church, I did not have to uninstall my previous program like Windows asks you to do to install the new version. I simply added without having to delete. Talk about a win-win program. How rich is this church, where everyone is welcomed, irrespective of their color, creed, beliefs. As a practicing physician, I was invited and warmly welcomed in many of my patients' churches, but there always was an undercurrent. I was expected to discard my religion, my beliefs, accept completely a certain ideology, or else I will have a terrible judgment awaiting me, or burn in hell. I'm glad to be a part of this AAPI celebration with my peeps in this church/temple. I can't close without mentioning those innocent kids killed in Texas a few days ago. It is brutal, extremely painful, and jarring to our souls. I would invite anyone to join me in supporting the semi-automatic gun elimination in this country. Thank you. Thank you. I would also support mindfulness meditation for those interested to heal, to soften, to act kinder and gentler. Maybe we can change one heart and soul at a time, and the ripple effects will permeate through this last best hope of the mankind, said Abraham Lincoln. We can awaken from the love of power, the power of love. My foundation will ante up to $5,000 and will request others to join with thoughts, ideas, brain power. So if you believe in countering this epidemic of gun violence, please reach out to me and we can work together. We will overcome the pandemic of last 2.5 years. It's going to be a lot harder to get over the epidemic of gun violence, though. But we must make that resolve in this joyful month for our AAPI brethren, that we don't want to just prevent the bad, but optimize the good. And there is good still here. Thank you.